Hey guys, it's Marla at Twinstrology. I'm here to do a twin flame reading for you today. And I want to do something a little bit different today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read these cards first. And these are about twin flame energies for the collective. And then over here, I have 3 piles of cards. And these are going to give you a individualized message about what's going on in your union. So before I get started, I want to just talk about a couple announcements that I have. Want to remind you guys once again that there will be a twin flame workshop this year in Niagara Falls. The dates are September 27th, 28th, and 29th. And it's going to be me and Kalina at Sacred Heart Ascension, Debbie at True Sacred Union, and of course Rob and Angie at Twinfinity that are going to be co-hosting the workshop. The details are up on my website right now. If you want more information, you can just go to twinstrology.com, and there's information about where it is and how much it is and getting tickets for it. So we would really love to see you there. The energy over the next couple months is going to be very intense, and I think by the time we get to the end of September, like, everyone's just gonna need a break because the fall equinox is gonna be a really big shift. So that's like the weekend after the equinox, and it would be great for everyone to just get together, relax, hang out with soul family, meet people that are on the same journey as you, learn stuff. All of us are going to be talking about some different subject, as well as having time to just have group discussion and answer questions and see what's on your mind. Kalina, of course, is going to be bringing in activations for all of us as well, and it's an opportunity for us to do some energy work at Niagara Falls. So again, if you're interested, go to my website, and I hope to see you guys there. The second thing I want to mention is that I'm going to be adding some new services to what I do, and that is going to be QHHT, or Quantum Healing Hypnosis Technique. And this is a hypnosis technique that was developed by Dolores Cannon. Many of you know about this, have heard about her, and I'm really excited to start using that tool. I've also recently been certified in BQH, which is Beyond Quantum Healing, which is very similar to QHHT, but a little bit more flexible, in that we could do it online if I feel like that's an option for you, and I can use a lot of other tools that I have with the BQH too. So those are 2 new options. I'm also going to be doing Reiki sessions as well. I've been doing Reiki since 2014, but last month I was guided to get my Reiki master, and I was very grateful to be able to study with William Rand, who's one of the most knowledgeable Reiki people in the world and the head of the International Center for Reiki Training. So that was really great, and I'll be doing that. Now, my website isn't updated yet. That's not going to happen for a few weeks because I'm going out of town. But you can contact me if you're interested in a session. I am very limited on what I can do right now just because of my home situation, but I expect by September I'll have all the kinks worked out. QHHT does have to be done in person. So you will either need to come to me or wait till I come to you. So if I'm permitted to by spirit or guided to, I'll be doing some traveling and taking sessions while I'm away. The first place that I'll be doing that is Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I will be there July 27th and 28th. I plan on being outside Pittsburgh, probably in a place called Green Tree or someplace close to there. So if you're in the Pittsburgh area, you're probably familiar with that. And I will only be doing in-person sessions for Reiki and QHHT. If you're interested in that, you can go to my website and there's more details there, and shoot me an email and let me know what you're interested in, and I'll try to schedule as many people as I can. Okay, thank you so much. I'm really excited about those things. So let's get to the cards. Let's talk about the union energies first of all, and the overall energy of union. The first card for the overall energy of union is the Four of Wands. So this is a really good card because what is it talking about? Togetherness, relationship, marriage, union. So the energy that's coming down from our higher selves, or that's coming down from the higher dimensions, is that this connection is actually in a good place. This connection is developing a stable foundation. And if you watch my astrology video that I just posted about the energy of July, that's a lot of what we're doing, is we're creating this stable foundation for us to move forward. A more balanced place in who we are, in our heart, in our authenticity. So, sacred marriage is happening. Unity is happening. And the Four of Wands is also about celebrating. As I talked about in my other video, as we move into July and August, we're closing out a karmic cycle. We're being allowed to move on, and that certainly is something to celebrate. The card for overall energies of union from the Romance Angels is worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. And I could see on the clock it was 7:11 as I read that. So another card, maybe some of you get frustrated when you see this card, but know that everything's being guided by a higher power. All we need to do is wait patiently, because divine timing is taking care of everything. And I pulled the Keepers of the Light cards as well. So the overall union energy is Commander Ashtar, call to action. It says, take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. So as we move into the upcoming energies, we really do need to walk our talk. As twin flames, as people on the ascension path, we preach love. We talk about love. Now it's time to actually be love. And I'm just I keep looking at how the light is reflecting off this card, where his heart would be. Commander Ashtar's heart, and it's vibrating a little as I talk. Yeah, so it's time for us to really live in that spirit of love. And that means letting go of the past and forgiving and being willing to cut cords with the past and let this new beginning happen. Many of you are also being called to action in other areas of your life as far as your life purpose goes. Just like I am, and what I talked about, and the new things that I'm being asked to bring in. I'm sure a lot of you are going through the same thing. So yeah, it's a time for us to begin to take more action in the world. What's positive for twin flame unions is the Three of Wands card. So first of all, know that you're working in a partnership with your twin. No matter what things look like, you're working on this together. This card is a bit, again, when we look at the divine timing card, this card is a bit of, you have to be a little bit patient. Things are aligning for you. Believe that things are aligning for you. But just because they're not there now doesn't mean that they won't come. So it's like, don't give up. You know, stay true to your vision and know that things are happening, things are coming. And I think that as we move into the next couple months, many of you will more and more be seeing these things coming in. This card is known, you know, what I call it is the ships coming in card, because you set something out, you set intentions to get something, and now you're just waiting for that to show up in your life. So know that it's coming. The card from the romance angels is let your friends help you, ask for and accept support from others. So it's a time where you want to make connections with people. Mercury is going retrograde this month, and what I got from that is that there's going to be a lot of connections happening, reconnecting with other people, soulmates coming into your life. Maybe not necessarily love soulmates, but just people coming in to help you and people coming in to support you and to bring things to you. Because I feel like it's saying, let your friends help you. They're going to help you get these things that you want. But you've got to let them in order to do that. Also, what's positive, we have White Eagle Ancestor Spirit. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern is being healed now. So this is definitely positive because it's saying that we're healing something from the past. We're healing one of those karmic attachments that's come down through the bloodline. What challenges twin flame unions? The first card is the Nine of Cups. And this card is all about manifesting, getting what you want, having your desires fulfilled. And this particular deck, I always see it as manifesting because here she is, like, she's manifesting these silver cups. She's created them, and you can create your reality. But what the cards are saying is that somewhere you're needing to confront some kind of limitation or block that makes you feel like you're not doing this, that makes you feel like things aren't happening, that things aren't coming, that maybe you're not worthy enough to receive these things. So as we're clearing all this karma, take a look at what are your blocks and limitations to abundance. The card from the romance angels is finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Well, this goes so well with this because it's saying, like, you don't believe. There's some kind of doubt in your mind that you can have what you want. Maybe that you can have the finances to move forward on things or to make things better. Some of you might be wanting to move even and maybe wondering if you can get the abundance in order to move. But the Master here is Lord Ganesh, infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. So there's a very clear message here, not to focus on the negative, but to know that things truly are manifesting and to trust. As we move into these shifts in July and August, it's very important for us to stay in this energy of trusting that everything's working out and believing that everything that's happening is for your highest good and nothing to stress about. So what is coming up ahead for twin flame unions? We have the Three of Coins. And this card I always see as having your walls up. It deals with abandonment, separation, not letting someone into your life because you're hiding behind these walls. And indeed, we've been talking about this a lot. How can we heal and let down our guard and let others in? How can you let your twin flame in, both the feminine and the masculine? I would say that this card has a lot to do with the masculine's healing right now And when I say that, I mean the masculine's healing in all of us, because it's that masculine that puts the walls up so that we can feel protected, so that we can feel safe, so that we don't feel vulnerable. And that's very much the energy of Cancer that's being highly activated this month of July. But in order to move forward and in order to get these things that we're desiring, we need to let down these walls and we need to open up our heart, even if it means we feel vulnerable and we have to be authentic. So, what I'm getting is that this is happening for everybody, but I think if you're here embodying the divine masculine energy, you're probably going to feel that very intensely. I mean, I know that I'm feeling it, and even other divine feminine that I talk to are very much feeling it, because there's so much that we have to let go of right now, and that brings up a lot of fear. And it's time to move through that fear that requires us to feel protected. Or it's like your masculine wants you to feel safe, so it might make you feel like, I don't know, should I do that? It might make you distrust a little bit about taking that risk. And you've got to work with that masculine side of yourself to allow yourself to take the risk. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. And you're going to see when you do that it's okay, that you are protected and you're safe. The card from the Romance Angels about what's coming ahead is make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps that you're guided to take. So again, it's time to move forward. It's time to heal this. What I said in my astrology video about the energies of July and August is we know that there is no separation. On a higher consciousness level, we all can agree that separation no longer exists. Yet, we're all still living from a pattern of separation. We still fear vulnerability. Some of us may struggle with authenticity. Some of us may struggle with being in our heart. Some of us might be struggling with the abundance of the universe. So we're needing to release the programming that we still have. There's like a disconnect between our higher consciousness and our programming. And Mercury retrograde is really helping us open that up so we can fully step into this idea that there is no separation. And the Ascended Master for what's ahead is Hilarion Divine Healing. Honor your sensitivity, retreat to charge and heal. Your light can support others. So know that the situation is being healed. You are moving forward. You are learning to let down your guard. As this shift is taking place, you are going to become more sensitive. And I can tell you that the energies and frequencies coming in is going to be quite high. As we move towards the end of July, getting more and more intense, and then the first 2 weeks of August going to be very intense. So you may be encountering physical symptoms if you, as you integrate more light. But as we release our karma from our physical bodies, it's creating this space that is going to be filled up with light as we move into the Lion's Gate. So it's bringing us healing, but at the same time, you know how it is when we are encompassing more light, it can bring up physical symptoms as our body seeks to find the proper balance. So that's what's going on generally in twin flame unions. Now let's talk about getting messages for each of you. So the first set of cards, I have a malachite heart. The second set of cards, I have a pink quartz heart. And the third set of cards, I have a crackle quartz heart. So 1, 2, and 3 pick a number or pick a heart, and then we're going to go through these cards. So this is number 1, if you chose the Malachite heart. Let me just move these out of the way. Okay, so your message from the romance angels. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. And deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Okay, so what I'm getting is that either you or your twin are not being fully honest in this situation. They know that the connection's there, or you know the connection's there. You know that this is the person that you want, and yet you're not able to fully express everything that you want to express, or you're hiding your feelings, you're hiding your authenticity, and you're doing it out of fear, because the karma that's being cleared for those that chose number 1 is phobias. So this is indicating that there's some kind of fear about moving forward in this relationship. Could be letting the other person know fully that you have feelings, maybe just speaking your truth or opening up your heart to them really scares you. Maybe this person or you is afraid of getting hurt because of past life karma, maybe where you couldn't be together or there was some kind of situation. So if this is pertaining to you, then you know that this is what you're having to clear over the next couple months. If these cards are pertaining to your twin, then understand that they're trying to overcome this fear and have compassion for them. What is needing to be surrendered in this union is the drama. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. So there's fear involved. There's not exactly being truthful being involved. And this card is saying that's not really helpful. You need to let go of the fear. Now that's easier said than done, I know. But you're working through that fear. I think, like, even if this is your twin and it's your twin that's having the fear and your twin that can't fully be honest about something, I think the cards are also saying to you, don't go into fear about whatever is happening. Because chances are, you know this person knows that you're the one. You know this person's kind of not able to fully express what is being felt right now. So don't you go into the drama either, because that's just going to intensify things. Remember, the next couple months, it's really important to let things go and forgive so that you can shift timelines. The card from the Ascended Masters deck is Freedom, Hina. And so I feel like she's saying what you guys need to work on is freedom from the fears. Freedom from still feeling like you have to hide behind something. This card for some of you is going to represent living under some kind of an illusion. Maybe still living under the illusion that separation exists. Or living under some kind of illusion regarding the things that you're trying to manifest. Because remember, that came up pretty strongly about what was going to challenge unions. Or even just recognizing that your fear is an illusion and moving through that so that you can find freedom within the future. And the last card is Bridget, inner strength. Move back to wholeness. Recognize that you have power. So these two cards are very similar in nature. They're saying that you've got to move through fear on some level. Fear and the illusion that fear exists. Again, a lot of that fear might be coming from the fear that you're not going to be with your twin, or that they'll never come forward. But this card here is saying, no, that is the right person. That is the one. But if we go back and we look at the other cards, they were saying that things are happening in divine timing. Be patient. So let's draw a Journey of Love card for those that chose number 1. Okay, the card is 3, 2, 1. It's card number 10. So moves down to a number 1 card, reduces to a number 1 card. There is a heavenly child in your midst. It may be within your heart, in your womb, or a glimmer in your eye, soon to be. This child holds the key to the fulfillment of a process that is happening for you now. The child might be a physical culmination of your marriage or commitment to another. It might be a symbolic birthing of a new self after a time of learning to bring male energies of protection and discernment together with female energies of feeling and creativity, whether within yourself or in your relationship with another. The child might symbolically be a new life, an improved relationship, a book, a new job, a completely renewed way of dealing with what was once a challenging issue, and so soon will not be an issue for you anymore. Just to name some examples. From masculine to feminine to child, there is just one now, a new reality dawning with grace. This oracle holds a message for you. New life is upon you now. You are being reborn, and you will give birth to what is meant for you in this lifetime. There is no need to worry. Just pray with an open heart that you may be supported to fulfill your destiny. You already are, of course, but prayer can help you realize it. The rest is in the loving, capable hands of the divine. So that card is certainly telling you that all is well, that there is some new beginning that's happening. Basically, you're manifesting something. 3 to 1, masculine, feminine to child. The union of the masculine and feminine create that child. We think of that as an actual physical baby, but it can also be anything that you're trying to manifest. So you may not really like these cards very much, but I think when we take this card into example, what it's really saying is that this is an opportunity for you coming up to let go of some fear. And actually, I think a lot of it is your ability to open up. As we said, so many of us and our twins are working on our ability to really open up and be who we truly are, to say what our true feelings are, and to leave this illusion of separation. So know that You are doing that. You are releasing the fear. And if you find yourself in any struggle coming up, then know that it's just a healing process for you to free yourself from the past and move right into this new beginning. This new beginning that seems to represent, some kind of union. Okay, if you chose cards number 2 or the pink quartz heart, these are your cards. The first card is playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to shine. And heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Okay. So again, similar to the other cards, in some way, there needs to be an opening created to have a conversation. And it seems like Spirit is saying that if we can bring ourselves to be playful, then that is going to help you in your connection with your twin. This person wants to be playful with you, and they want to tell you something. But I feel like it's something that maybe they're struggling with. Now remember, Mercury's retrograde, and it's a time where people from the past might be coming back. We might be hearing from people that we haven't heard from for a while. Also, there's a period of time, I can't remember, if you watch my astrology video, you'll know, where it's really possible that we can put our foot in our mouth, or we can get angry, we can get into a fight with someone, and we got to really be careful about that. Also, like with Mercury retrograde, I feel like there's going to be some intensified sexual feelings between twin flames as well, and that could be what that playful card is representing in your union. But the energy on a karmic level that you're working on releasing is scribe or writer, which seems to go with this heart-to-heart conversation. Again, it's like someone wants to write something, someone wants to share something, either you or your twin, and maybe you're having doubts about it. And Spirit might be saying, like, if you can capture that playfulness, that joy, it might allow you to reach out to that person if you feel called to reach out to them. Or if someone reaches out to you, say your twin reaches out to you and you haven't heard from them in a while, I think the best way to connect with that person is to bring a sense of playfulness. You know, if you haven't heard from them in a while, you might be feeling angry. You might want to, again, fuel an argument. Probably not a good thing to do. So remember to be lighthearted. What you're needing to surrender. Surrender to joy. A key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling. During both the hard and easy times, keep surrendering to more joy. So much goes with this card, right? Playfulness. So there's definitely a message here for you that being happy, celebrating is an energy that's going to be useful as you move through this shift. You may be feeling joy as well if you hear from someone that you haven't heard from in a while. The Ascended Master card is Merlin, energy healing. So just like the other group number 1, they also got a healing card. Oh no, I'm sorry, that was the overall energy of union, or the energy of union that's coming forward was also healing. There's also an eclipse happening on this card. That's a new moon eclipse. So you may want to, or I should say something might be happening around the eclipse for you that's bringing in some kind of healing or some kind of releasing energy. For some of you, this can actually be a message about your mission and maybe needing to take further steps in your life purpose if it's some kind of energy healing. But I would say healing of the past is happening, very much so this month, healing on a multidimensional level. And that's a confirmation for you that it's occurring in your life. Also have Green Tara, Supreme Protection. You are protected, cords are being cut, move beyond limitations, and trust. A very similar card to this one. Knowing that you're protected. This card can be about purification. Okay, well, listen to what it says here. Green Tara has placed a force field of complete love and acceptance around you. She's here to tell you that you no longer need to build up walls around your heart, and that it's safe to trust what you feel and who is in your life today. You know, a big message I feel from these cards for you guys is there's just no need to worry. Like, be playful, be enjoy, know that everything's healing. And if you feel called to express something, then know that you're being protected as you express it. Something may need to be said to someone or written to someone as a way to clear the past. Might not be with your twin, but it might be someone else that you need to have a heart-to-heart conversation with, or that your twin needs to have a heart-to-heart conversation with in order for those cords of the past to be let go, like some kind of closure. And I'm just feeling like, again, I need to go back to mission for some of you, because I'm getting that there's a deeper message of mission for some of you, that you're being called to speak up. Maybe start writing posts, maybe start doing videos, or maybe speaking somewhere, maybe sharing ideas with someone. You know, like, you're a healer. We can heal through words. You know, we don't necessarily have to do hands-on healing. There's a lot of ways we can heal. Just sharing our wisdom and our words, and even just having that heart-to-heart and connecting with someone. You know, sometimes we can heal people just by holding space for them, just by listening to what they have to say, and just acknowledging their feelings and who they are. And so there's a message there for some of you that either you're moving forward on your mission, you know, and remember, we had Commander Ashtar has the overall energies of union. And to know that as you do that, you're protected. And when we go out on mission, like that definitely helps the energies of our union. And we work in coordination with our twin, whether or not they're there in the physical. Energetically, we're working in coordination with them as we go about our mission. And energetically, they support us in our mission. So take what resonates from that and leave the rest. Let's see what your Journey of Love card is for those who chose number 2. Hidden Beauty, number 45. You are glimpsing beauty, and yet there is more to be revealed. There is more than you are currently seeing. To attempt to force the vision would prevent you from seeing what is being revealed. Be patient and look more closely. Soften your heart and ask to be shown the beauty in the situation that is being shown to you. Wait, let the vision come alive, and you shall witness what was once hidden. This oracle brings a suggestion from your divine guidance. You may think you see the whole picture, but if you look deeper, you shall see something that brings much joy, hope, and reassurance. There is a more beautiful prospect here that affirms and nourishes you and all involved in the situation of your life that are puzzling you at the moment. Take heed and relax. All it was meant to be, and soon you will be able to see too. So something is not fully being revealed to you right now. Something that may be causing you a little bit of agony, or you might have some kind of misunderstanding about it. But as I said before, like the message here is that everything is working out and you just need to stay joyful. It could be that one of the things that you're not seeing here is that there's a message coming from you, or that someone really wants to talk to you, even if they're not talking to you at the moment. So as the Union card said, like we have to be patient. Things are materializing, but we still have some more healing to do as far as letting down our guard and being vulnerable. Okay, so those that chose number 3 or the clear crackle quartz, these are your cards. The first card is wedding. This situation involves marriage and getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Okay. As I look at these cards, the message that I feel is going to be for a lot of you is that the situation with your twin is they're married, or they're in a third-party relationship, or there's some major situation in their life that is preventing them from fully coming to you. It could be like they're married to their family, or they're married to their children, or they're married to their work. You know, I'm not talking about literal marriage, but there's just something that they're so wedded to that it makes them feel like it's not the right time to come to you, or that they can't come to you, or that they're being held back in some way. This card is getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. They don't let themselves fully get to know you because of this other situation, because of what they're wedded to. That's going to be for a lot of you. There will be a percentage of you that this is meaning that your bond is deepening and there could be a wedding in your near future, or there could be a reconnection. You guys are going to have to see like which scenario resonates with you. But again, as I look at these cards, I see like two things developing. So what is the karma that's being cleared from your connection for those that chose number 3? It's knighthood. And this is actually something that I talked about recently in my article about healing mistrust between the feminine and masculine energies. So this knighthood card has a couple connotations with it. The first scenario is that this person or you has your armor on. You're really guarded, or they're really guarded. They're not allowing themselves to open to you, to get to know you. They're more like standing back. They're in a defensive posture, and they're too afraid to let you in. The other scenario is this person is dealing with this knighthood karma, and a lot of that has to do with their wedding or whatever they're wedded to. Like I said, it could be they're so devoted to their children or their family or their job or their life purpose. It could be a lot of things. In some of those cases, I'm not necessarily saying that it's bad, but it is creating this situation where they're not fully engaging themselves with you because they feel this obligation. A lot of the divine masculine, including the divine masculine in all of us, carry this knighthood karma. And what it means is sacrifice. And they believe that they must sacrifice themselves. They must sacrifice everything for their honor. Even if they're not happy, even if they would like to move on, even if they deep in their heart want to get to know you more than anything, this karma needs to be cleared now to get them to here. Because in their mind, like this and this can't go together right now for whatever reason. So they're sacrificing themselves, they're sacrificing your connection. For those of you that this is meaning that there's a marriage coming up for you or there's a reconnection coming up for you, this could just be an indication of this person is your knight in shining armor. And they're coming back and having this reconnection with you. What is needing to be surrendered here is defensiveness. Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out, then offer a clear, non-defensive response. So you can see we're really getting somewhere here. We're really developing a story here. Defensiveness. This person may be defensiveness because, they feel this deep obligation. It says to communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out. It's like you don't have to be so defensive about these situations. Let yourself open up a little bit. And if this card is here representing that your twin or you like totally has the armor on and I'm not going to let you in, I'm not going to let you close to me, then this card is saying you've got to surrender that. That is not unity consciousness. But of course your twin may not yet be in that position of unity consciousness. They may still be in that duality, seeing things black or white, yes or no. I can't have this or that. And keeping themselves closed off. For those of you, again, that are in that percentage where that's meaning this connection is coming back, then I feel like this is saying be careful that there could be an argument coming up. Especially with this card, there could be a conversation that causes one of you to get defensive. Now, the Ascended Master here for this third series of cards is Saint Francis, follow your heart. I'm going to bring the other card into the mix too, the last card, which is Lady Venus, downloads an understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. So I feel like for those of you that chose number 3, and you're one of the first two scenarios, either that person is all closed off or that other person is in this knighthood karma where he feels he has to or she has to protect her current situation. These cards are showing that there's some new understanding coming in. They may be getting a download or some kind of spiritual awareness coming. And, I am getting for some twins, there is some new understanding about the connection. So if your twin doesn't seem like one that really picks up on the connection or really understands it, with this incoming flux of light, and it's huge, there's a huge wave of light coming, they may get some new understanding. And this card from St. Francis is saying, follow your heart. It's time to end this. Whether this is you being too self-protective or you sacrificing yourself because you feel you have some kind of duty, that's no way to live. It's time to start following your heart. Very much these two cards are going together. This card is saying to trust your true desires. You have to be true to yourself and trust that the universe is going to help you in whatever changes you need to make. Trust your intuition. Your feelings are accurate and valid. So this person might need to learn that their feelings are valid and they don't have to live by this anymore. And that they're receiving divine guidance. Again, both these cards have to do with divine guidance coming in. So they might see something, or you might see something about this karma and how it's not really serving you anymore. You might see something about this relationship or whatever you're wedded to or they're wedded to. You might see some truth about it and understand that it's really not healthy. Even for those of you that pick these cards representing that this connection is rekindling and moving deeper, following your heart and getting new understanding, being divinely guided about what to do in this connection. And, love, deepening this connection of love. Let's see what the Journey of Love card is for those that chose number 3. Shakti, number 19. This is another 10 card, or a 1 card, I should say. Shakti is divine feminine fire. She is the body awakened with light. She is the divine feminine, and she is Kundalini, the energetic force that moves through us, triggered by love that leads to enlightenment of our body. With our Kundalini coming alive within us, we cannot remain as we once were. It's impossible. We may try to lead the same lives, be the same in our relationship patterns, and even perhaps behave properly, but it simply cannot be done. Soon our disguise slips and people wonder, what happened to her? What's gotten into him? We're on fire with the divine and we cannot help but misbehave. We are no longer satisfied with trying to be the good child or fearing we are the bad child. We know ourselves instead to be the divine child. The child divine lives fully and with passionate fire, not doing things the way they're supposed to be done, but living instead from the heart. Our body may ache as we burn through old pain, and sometimes the light within may seem so bright it blinds us for a moment. But that will pass, and the misbehaving will be seen for what it is. The old rules just don't apply anymore. You don't plug a globe capable of illuminating the whole world into the bedside reading lamp without burning down the house. Best to let that light shine as it was meant to in the big arena. Shakti is making your light grow, beloved. Be prepared to shine brighter. This oracle brings you a message. You're going through energetic shifts in your subtle anatomy. Because your energy body and physical body have already begun to merge with each other, the energetic shifts will affect your physical body too. It's always wise to consult a healthcare practitioner, but at least some of your physical challenges at the moment, from aches and pains to tiredness, are due to this energetic awakening. Take responsible action as you feel is necessary, such as tending to your physical well-being with health care that feels supportive. But also remember to rest, get some time in nature, and nurture your body as it is spiritually awakening into greater light. Okay, I love that card because there's a lot of messages in there, and I should put it down so you can see it. Shakti, number 19. So a Kundalini awakening for those of you that chose number 3. New levels of enlightenment. I suspect that a lot of people watching this will have chosen number 3 because this card is going to pertain to almost everybody. Because we will be having activations and we will feel it in our physical body, especially as we move into the beginning of August. But in pertinence to these cards here, it's also saying like this person is leaving this behind. It's like they're awakening and they're seeing that they don't have to live this anymore. They're starting to break the rules. They're starting to challenge this. You know, like if they're in a relationship, they might not be as nice as they used to be. They might be challenging their partner. They might be quote unquote misbehaving because they're following their heart more. And with that, they're able to get divine guidance more. So there's those two things. Let me just see if there was anything else. Well, this card does talk about spiritual awakening too. We have the downloads and understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. And I love this card. I love the light coming in on this card. And so could be some new level of consciousness being born within. It doesn't have to be with just your twin. It could be with you. You could be expanding. You could be following your heart more, and perhaps finding compassion for your twin in some way as well. The card did speak about merging as well. You could be experiencing merging over the next month, energetically with your twin, physically with your twin. Again, it could represent your own marriage. It could be representing a sacred marriage or the spiritual marriage between you and with those activations. I think I said this for number 1 or number 2. What I picked up on with the Mercury retrograde in July is that there's going to be an increase in sexual energy for twin flames especially. So you might be feeling your twin energetically and those Kundalini activations. And I do want to mention that, again, please go watch my astrology video if you want more information on this stuff, but I talked about Mercury is going to rest on the Sabian symbol of a woman and 2 men, or a man, 2 men, or 2 women and 1 man together on a desert island or something like that. but it represents these love triangles if that is something that you're dealing with. And this Mercury retrograde is helping us uncover something about these love triangle, these third party, karmic partners, whatever you want to call them. There are soulmates. There's soulmates with you as well as your twin. Or it could even be you that's still in your marriage and still dealing with this idea that you have to sacrifice and save everybody. That's something I didn't mention with this card, but that feeling like I've got to save everybody. That's not our responsibility to save people. And we can't save people because people have to save themselves. So, shifts, definite shifts happening. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that your cards resonated with you. Make sure that you rest, take care of yourselves. Sending you all a lot of love, and I will speak to you soon.